Alright, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Scoop TV. We in here. Let the viewers know who you is, bro.
It's Freddo Filial, hotter than a jalapeno, straight out of LLD, Pitt, Pakistan. You know what it is.
Alright. So tell the viewers a little about yourself, man. What you got going on?
Man, I'm a local recording artist from Pittsburgh. Freddo Filial and shit. I got a mixtape dropping here in about a week or two called Forte. I got a big hit single dropping pretty soon called Thoughty Love. Hoping to be working on some videos. Any artists out there that's willing to work, I do features. I don't charge not a dollar. I just want to do this music and have a good time.
Okay. So how long you been doing the music, bro?
Man, Scoop, you know I've been doing this thing since middle school, for real, for real. You know what I mean? 6th grade, they put me on a stage, and I fell in love since then. About 10 years, I would say.
Definitely. All right, so what really made you get into the music? Like, what made you want to start doing what you're doing?
Honestly, I was a foster kid growing up. I needed an outlet from, my childhood. Not to say my childhood was like terrible or nothing like that, but there was times where I would be lonely, and I found music was my escape. You know what I mean? I was able to sing to myself. I was able to sing to other people. People liked my voice, and it gave me a way to express myself in a positive manner.
Okay. I mean, where you see yourself going with this stuff? Like, what you got any big? I know you got projects coming up.
Man, my goal is to become a walking sponsorship. Honestly, you said be paid for wherever I go. You know what I mean? Just be the life of the party. I want to make music to inspire folks to be free. You know what I mean? There's a lot of what I like to call it is inboxes. People are living in boxes. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're in the inbox trying to hit somebody up, or your state of mind, you think it's in a box. I really just want to make music that frees people's mind from being in that box.
Okay. So what's your style like? Like, who's you listening to when you was growing up?
Man, I listen to everything from Michael Jackson to Nirvana. Man, the list goes on and on. I mean, I'm inspired. I guess I'm inspired by the times, really. You know what I mean? Whatever's going on in the world at the moment is what gives me my drive to make my music. I mean, my music is personal. You know what I mean? I do write it from the heart of my own personal situations, but I feel like the same things I go through, you might go through school, the next person might go through, so I'm pretty much writing it and making this music for to be able to relate to everybody.
Okay. So it's like, what's some of your favorite songs you be listening to? Where you get to, like, you get any ideas from some people?
Travis Scott, man. Travis Scott gives me a lot of good ideas. His most recent album was incredibly ambient, and it gave me that idea of, man, even the blackest kid with braids and dreadlocks can be a rock star. You know what I mean?
Yeah, swear. So how was it, like, you brought up Arsenal. I mean, how was it at that school, going to that school?
Man, I came to Arsenal in the middle of 6th grade as a new kid. The East Side kids were hard on me at first, but once I showed them I could sing and I was smart, they accepted me for who I was. You know what I mean? I wasn't the most popular kid, but I also wasn't like extremely lame. I just was like in the middle somewhere. You know what I mean? Arsenal alumni, man. They a special group of kids for sure.
Yeah. So other than, you do the singing, the R&B, is there anything else you want to, like, venture off to?
My lifetime goals would be a philanthropist, man. I plan on, I want my own schools. I want my own hospitals. You know what I mean? I want my own land. I want to be able to help people be themselves the best that they can. I feel like there's a lot of people out here in this world who don't get to express themselves, whether positive or negative. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of kids that they don't get the right kind of attention they need to be successful kids and to become successful adults. So I plan on, try to get my own schools, get my own hospitals, educate my people so they can be prosperous in this world instead of, relying on the government. I know there's a big thing going on with the shutdown right now, and a lot of people are being affected. I want to be able to, in 40 years, be able to have black people be self-sufficient.
Okay, yeah, you brought up the government shutdown. How you feel about that? Like, as far as what's going on with that, what's some things we need to changes in America, community, and all that there?
feel like we need to be more unified. I mean, they say racism is dead. They say prejudice is dead. I don't really believe it just yet. I still believe that there's a certain amount of friction between either a race group, ethnicity group, your sex group, whether you're straight, gay, whatever. I feel like there's still a rift between each one of these groups where a lot of people are being put in boxes based on however they live or whatever they're into. And I feel like that as Americans we need to work on. We need to work on coming together, no matter creed, color, race, whatever, come together and stand up to the government as opposed to everybody being in their own subgroup laying down separately. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you know, you got 60s, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, different movements like that. People got out. You know what I mean? They got together, black, white, whatever. They walked, you know, marched on Washington. You know, they got together and they stood up for what they believed in. I feel like that's the thing here in America that is been missing.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff been going on in the media. This is kind of swaying off the subject, but how you feel about that Soulja Boy incident?
I got a lot of love for Soulja Boy. You know what I mean? I respect what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's been in this game for a long time. You know, he ain't been as active as such a Drake or, you know what I mean, guy like that. But people forget he made $1 million off of ringtones. You know what I mean? When that was a big thing. So I'm rooting for Soulja Boy, honestly, man. I want to see Soulja Boy come back. You know what I mean? I hope he makes some music that people can dance to again. You know what I mean? I know he's been making beats doing this thing, but I'm happy for Soulja Boy to even just be back in the mix. You know, people talking about him, because I ain't heard about Soulja Boy in a good 5-6 years.
Oh, I swear. So outside of the music, what's some things you get into, bro? Like, what you be into for real?
Outside of music, what do I get into really? I do freelance photography. I have a clothing line called I See More. Follow that if you want on Instagram. I_C_more. More as in MOOR, 7-Eleven. But yeah, I make clothes. Everything's art for me, man. Life is art. You know, walking down the street, breathing. You know, we walk on a beat. We walk to a rhythm. So to me, every instance of your day is art. You know what I mean? Even the way a person snores when they sleep, that's art to me. You know what I mean? It has a rhythm, it has a pitch, it has a sound. So for me, there's no other thing outside of art for me. Everything's art. Everything I do is with art. You know what I mean? If it's not music, it's photography. If it's not photography, it's fashion. You know, if it's not fashion, it's just really the art of life.
Yeah. So what made you want to venture off to the clothes? And you said I See More. And then some detail about that.
I See More is a conscious line. Just like with my music, I'm making clothing to free the mind. When you see my images on my t-shirts or any piece of my clothing, it's for you to look at beyond face value. It should be you looking at it with your third eye as opposed to just your two eyes. You know what I mean? A lot of people look at things like, and they see it for face value, but there's also an underlying tone to everything that's going on in the world. You know what I mean? So I want people to see that when they see my clothes. I See More is basically self-explanatory. It's seeing more beauty, seeing more to life, seeing the more dimensions. You know what I mean? This world we live in is a lot deeper than just black and white.
Yeah, definitely. You talking about your third eye? You into stuff like that, huh?
I believe in being woke.
Okay.
I do. You know, chakras. You know, ancient history. You know, knowing your knowledge, knowing your people. You know what I mean? Knowing about self. Very important stuff, man. I feel like a lot of people don't know themselves, and that's why they out here in the world trying to be somebody else. You know what I mean? You got this Facebook, this Instagram thing. You got people taking pictures to get likes. They don't get likes, now they're depressed. You know what I mean? That's a sad thing to deal with, but that's what we're dealing with in this world. And I kind of been making music and clothes to kind of free people from that mentality.
Definitely. All right, before we get up out of here, I want the viewers to let the viewers know where you can follow you at, all your music, any new music coming out. Let's put them deep.
I'm Freddo Filial. That's FREDDO FILIAL. You can follow me on all platforms: SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. On Instagram, I'm I See More. That's I as in eyeball _C. underscore more, as the Moors that took over 7-Eleven. You can follow me on all platforms at Freddo Filial. That's SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook. That's FREDDO FILIAL. I got a mixtape dropping. It was supposed to drop yesterday. I had to push the date back because my hard copies for a mixtape's not done yet. But yeah, Forte coming soon. I got his single Thought He Loved finna to drop. Yeah, I mean, I let Scoop hear. Scoop said it's hot fire. I got this thing with Swag Nation over at Wemo jumping off here soon. I ain't gonna talk too much about that yet because I ain't got the paperwork finished. But yeah, just stay tuned. Keep your eyes open and your ears peeled.
I know you heard it here first, Scoop TV.